Well, hey my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I am Juddle Plays, and welcome to the bonus episode for Let's Play Super Luigi Galaxy. In the last episode, or the finale, we went to the center of the universe, battled Bowser, and saved our Special One. Or Mario Special One, if you want to be very technical. In this episode, we're going to be showing a few things that you get for getting all 120 stars as Luigi. One of them is, if you go over here on the Trial Galaxy, there's another green Luma. Yes, there are actually 4 in this game, for some weird reason. Want to go to the Grand Finale Galaxy? Yes. Now, I don't know if the game tells you where to go to find the Grand Finale Galaxy, it's just you go here. Because they tell you the Grand Finale Galaxy is unlocked, but they never tell you where it is. But, the Star Festival. Remember that? Actually, never mind. You do not remember the Star Festival, because this part of the game you only play as Mario. You never play this as Luigi. But, if you played Super Mario Galaxy, you'll remember this part right here. Now, in order to actually fully get everything in this game, I believe you have to do this mission as both Mario and Luigi, and then you get the perfect file, or whatever. We're going to show that later, but that means I'm going to have to play through this level as Mario as well. But, going through here, you'll see everybody we've seen on our journey. As you saw, there were the bees over there. I believe Guppy is somewhere around here. But yeah, this purple coin mission, it's not as bad as the other ones, let's just say that. It is very linear and straightforward. I believe only one of the purple coins is kind of out of the way, but let's talk to this running penguin right here. Make way. Well, no one is in your way, running penguin. But let's actually talk to the Mr. Guy right here. Look at Peach's castle. It's even more impressive than in person. Or than I am in... whatever. It's than I imagined. Not than in person. I don't know. Whatever. And some other stuff. Mr. Cowabunga dude's over there. You could talk to him, but I guess he might just be talking about how these guys are having so much... Okay, we're going to be going back this way because I need to readjust the camera angle. Because for some reason, I, messed up the camera angle. And now it was only facing the opposite way. So I want to try to Can I not readjust this? Did I really mess up the camera angle? Can I only go this way now? I cannot turn around the camera. For some, it won't let me. I'm just running the opposite direction. There we go. Mr. Luigi, you gotta hear this. We did such a good job, they're promoting us to Royal Guards. With me as the Royal Guard commander, nobody will ever kidnap Princess Peach again, ever. Koopas, boos, giant overgrown moles, whatever, bring it on. Okay. Really? Why? Why did this happen? Why all of a sudden did the camera angle have to, change out of nowhere? Where can I go in order to actually fix the camera angle? Because I want to be walking towards the castle, not be walking towards the castle and the camera angle being the, totally opposite way. So we're going to be running all the way back here and hope... There we go. Okay, finally the camera angle changed back to the way I wanted it to be. So let's just speedrun a little bit. Jesus Christ. In all my times of playing this, I have never had it where the camera angle actually changed like that. And you cannot change the camera angle in this level, as you saw by myself trying to change the camera angle. It's just a fixed camera angle, so if you get stuck like that, you're stuck like that. But now we are running towards the castle, rather than away from the castle. And look up there where my pointer is. That's the one and only purple coin that you might actually miss, so be careful about that. Now, I believe, do I have to backflip? No, I do not have to backflip up there. I only had to do a triple jump, a spin, and then a wall jump. Or maybe a wall jump and then a spin, I'm not so sure. But after getting all the purple coins going down here, we get the 121st star. I've said it many times, but here's Mailtoad as well. Let's talk to him. Luigi, there's a congratulations letter here for you. Do you want it? Yeah, I might as well take it. I sent a letter to the Wii message board, so look out for it. Yes, once we go back to the Wii message board, we'll be able to see exactly what letter Mr. Toad had sent to us. But we have some other things that we have to take care of. Now that we have all 121 stars in this game, there is still something else that we have not shown. This right here. Mama's library is in here, yes. We have never shown off what is in this building. Let us begin. And here is a little bit of a storybook. Chapter 1, The Celestial Duo. Our story begins a very, very long time ago with a young girl. One day, this girl spotted a rusted spaceship holding a small star child. "What's your name? Are you lost?" the girl asked the star child. "I'm Luma, and I'm waiting for Mama. She's coming for me on a comet," said the star child, who had been waiting day and night. "Don't worry, I'll wait with you," the little girl promised Luma. At nightfall, the little girl borrowed her father's telescope and peered into the sky. She looked and looked, but she saw nothing. Hours turned into days, and then years, but still the sky revealed nothing. Finally, the little girl sighed and said to the Luma, "If we stay here looking for much longer, I'll be an old lady soon." But then she had an idea. "Why don't we go out there and find your mother ourselves?" The girl and Luma fixed up the rusty spaceship, and then the two set sail into the starry sky, and this is how the search for the Celestial Mother began. If you did not know already, this is a huge storybook with a chapter amount that I'm not so sure of, so this might take a while, so if you do not want to watch this, I am sorry. Chapter 2, Starbits. Days passed with no sight of the comet, or even a single planet. Instead, asteroids extended for as far as the eye could see. "If I had known it was going to take this long, I would have packed more jam," said the little girl, above the rumble of her belly. Before they left, she had packed all the essentials: telescope, butterfly net, stuffed bunny, bread, milk, jam, and apricot-flavored tea, but "I forgot to bring water!" At this, Luma burst into gales of laughter, and the girl began to pout. "As long as I have Starbits, I'll be fine," said Luma. "Want some?" The little girl couldn't stay mad after hearing this. Luma continued to laugh, and the girl couldn't help but join in. "All right, maybe just a nibble." Leaning far out of the ship, the pair began to collect starbits with the girl's net. They almost fell out a few times, but they kept on collecting. The starbits tasted like honey. And that's canon. Chapter 3, The Comet. A beam of light pierced through the ship's window. Thinking it was the morning sun, the girl peered through the window, only to find a turquoise-blue comet shimmering at her. The little girl shook the sleeping Luma awake and shouted excitedly, "We have to get to that comet!" The pair descended on the comet and found that it was made of ice. They looked high and low, but Luma's mother was nowhere to be found. Exhausted, the little girl sat down with a flop, utterly unable to take another step. "Look!" Peering down at the icy ground where Luma was pointing, the girl suddenly noticed clusters of starbits encased in the ice. "Pretty good, huh? Finding starbits is my specialty," said the Luma, beaming. "There's ice here, but it's so warm. I'll bet there's water here, too." The two decided to stay on the comet for a while. Riding the turquoise comet, the pair continued their search for Luma's mother. Chapter 4, The Dream. One night, the girl dreamed of her own mother. "Where are you going?" she asked her mother's retreating back. Without turning, her mother replied, "Don't fret, dearest. I'm not going anywhere. I'm always watching over you, like the sun in the day and the moon in the night." A wave of sadness washed over the girl. "What about when it rains, and I can't see the sun or the moon?" Her mother thought for a moment before responding. "I will turn into a star in the clouds and wait for your tears to dry." When she awoke, the girl's face was damp with tears. "You have starbits in your eyes," said Luma to the girl. Wiping her face, the girl replied, "These are tears, not starbits. I'm crying because I'll never see my mother ever again." At this, Luma began to cry too. Mama, oh mama, wah! Grade A crying sound from Jordan. The pair traveled through the starry skies, and though they encountered many other comets, not one of them held Luma's mother. Luma was despondent. Now, Luma, the rain clouds won't go away if you keep crying, the girl said, giving Luma a squeeze. I'll give you a present if you stop. The girl closed her eyes and said gently, I'll take care of you. With these words, she felt a small spark in her heart. Gotta clear my throat. Chapter 5. Home. The kitchen will go here, and the library will go over there, the girl said busily to herself. We'll put the gate here. Ever since the girl took Luma under her care, she'd been bustling about at a feverish pace. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it to make a happy home. It turned out that star bits weren't the only things buried in the ice. There were tools and furniture unlike any they had ever seen, and the girl used them to build a home. Looking at the completed house, Luma remarked, Don't you think it's awfully big for just the two of us? With a library, bedroom, kitchen, fountain, and gate, it was certainly spacious, but still something seemed to be missing. If only my father, brother, and mother were here, the girl said wistfully. Indeed, the house was too large for its two small residents. That night, clutching her favorite stuffed bunny close to her heart, the girl fell asleep in the starship. Chapter 6. Friends. Then one day, while the girl sat sipping tea, a tiny apricot-colored planet appeared on the horizon. From the planet, another Luma of the same color emerged. Do you two know each other? The girl asked the two Lumas gleefully. Despite the girl's excitement, they seemed uneasy. The two Lumas neither drew closer nor backed away from each other. Instead, they just stared. Then one Luma broke the silence. My mama! At once, the apricot Luma parroted back, My mama, my mama! My mama, my mama! The two Lumas began to dance around the girl frantically, and neither showed any sign of stopping. The girl was so charmed by this adorable scene that she couldn't help but laugh, and that's when something very strange happened. Suddenly, more Lumas began to pop out from the apricot planet. They were different colors, but they all shouted the same thing, My mama, my mama! The sight of all the shouting Lumas only made the girl laugh harder. What am I going to do with all these children? The Lumas just stared blankly as she doubled over laughing. I guess we'll have to name each and every one of you. Yeah, probably Luma. Tomorrow, once she had finished naming them all, she would begin moving all the Lumas into the new house. Chapter 7. The Telescope. After seeing their 100th comet, a sudden thought popped into the girl's head. I wonder if my home planet is still as blue as it was. That's when she remembered her father's telescope. Peeking into the telescope, a tiny blue dot floated into sight. It was smaller than a starbit. How strange, it's so far away, but it feels so close. That's what a telescope does, girl. She twisted the knob of the telescope, and the blue dot grew until she could make out a grassy hill dotted with flowers. It seemed very familiar to her. Zooming even closer, a terrace on the hill came into view. I used to go stargazing there when I lived on my home planet. She remembered rubbing the sleep out of her eyes as she followed her father up that hill to look at the stars. She remembered how she and her brother would sled down that hill. She remembered having picnics with her mother on that hill on the bright and windy days. I want to go home! I want to go home right now! The girl burst into tears, and the Lumas didn't know what to do. I want to go home! I want to go home to my house by the hill! I want to see my mother! The girl was shouting now, her face wet with tears. But I know she's not there. I knew all along that she wasn't out there in the sky because... She's sleeping under the tree on the hill. The girl's cries echoed through the stars, and a hush fell over the area. Chapter 8. The Wish. Though usually quite cheery, one day the girl became sad again. Luma drew close and tried to comfort her. "Mama, you still have me." "And don't be sad about your mama, because she's a part of you. That means she's always close by." "It's like me. I love Starbits because they remind me of my mama." "No, no," the girl said, unable to stop the tears. A lonely look flickered across Luma's face, but it was soon replaced by a wide grin. "I have an idea! I will transform into a comet, a soaring comet that can carry you all on this journey." With that, Luma, trailing bands of white, soared high into the sky and just as quickly started to plummet back down. Kaboom! Kablam! The ground shook, and a bright light poured out of the crater that the Luma had created. The bands of light twisted together to form a comet tail. And then Luma emerged, reborn as a comet. The girl could scarcely believe her eyes. "But how?" she kept asking. "Our destiny as Lumas is to transform into different things," said a red Luma who had suddenly appeared. "Stars, comets, planets, we can become all of these things. When I grow up, I want to become a star that makes someone special smile," said a green Luma. A blue Luma chimed in. "That Luma turned into a real cutie of a comet, didn't he?" All the Lumas together said, "No more crying, Mama." "Thank you," said the girl in a whisper, and she pulled the Lumas close and hugged them. From that day on, starbits no longer fell from the girl's eyes. The comet set forth for the girl's home planet, its long tail blazing proudly behind it. Final chapter, Family. With its many Lumas and telescopes, the comet was quite a sight to behold. The girl and the Lumas were proud to call it home. At a welcoming party for a new Luma, the girl gathered everyone in the kitchen and said in a louder voice than usual, "All right, everyone, let's make a cake sprinkled with star bits, then it will be a star cake." The Lumas excitedly began to gather the ingredients. As she watched the Lumas scurry about, the girl smiled and thought to herself, "This is my family now, and I will stay with them until they're ready to leave the nest. And when they do leave, I'll see them off with a smile. Because that's what makes a mother happiest." That night, when the girl lay down to sleep, a soft light enveloped her and reminded her of the blue planet she once called home. "But it would be nice to return home once every 100 years to nap in my favorite sleeping nook." The comet carrying the Lumas and the girl continues on its journey to this very day. With more family members in tow than can be counted, it's said that the comet visits the girl's home planet once every 100 years, its proud white tail glittering in the sky. The end. That's all. My story is finished. Yeah, oh wait, I actually didn't know you could walk around this area. If you click here, I believe you can read the book again, and then, like, go to certain chapters. Now, you do unlock certain chapters as you keep reading, but I don't think I've ever played in this room here, because I've never actually read the book. So yeah, that's something that happens. I'm not so sure if you walk back in if it shows the cutscene again of Rosalina reading or not. No, you just come in here and then you'd read the book again. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Now, this episode is still not done. There is one more thing I want to show you, but it's a little... Actually, no, there's two more things I want to show you. But one of them involves me going back to the main menu and playing through the Grand Finale Galaxy as Mario. So I'll see you after that. Now, before we actually show you the reason I went to the Grand Finale Galaxy as Mario, we do have a few letters in the Wii message board, if they will actually show up. There we go. So, here, we have a letter for completing this game. Dear Luigi, congratulations. We would like to send you a galaxy-sized thanks for saving all the Power Stars and playing to the very end. Until next time, the Super Mario Galaxy staff. And then, as you click here on this picture, you get a little picture of Luigi, Rosalina, and then all the Captain, like the Toad Brigade here. But, if you go back here and go here, this is the letter you get when you beat the game as Mario, and you get a picture of Mario and Princess Peach and the Lumas. So, both of these, it's kind of weird that you can get both of these at the same time, because you only can play it after you get all 120 stars as both Mario and Luigi. So yeah, that's something. But now we're going to be going back into the game. And now when you start up the game, you'll see that on File 5, which is actually our Let's Play file, there's a little bit of a sparkling icon. You get that sparkling icon when you beat the game and get all 120 stars as both Mario and Luigi. You do not have this if you only have 120 stars, because this is the first time I'm seeing this sparkle. And also, this is a different file, but you'll now see how many times you died as the character. So, if we look at Mario, you can see that we only died 39 times. Well, let's go to Luigi. 21. Okay. So, what I was thinking, that's actually not far off of what I originally thought. I was going in here, I'm thinking, you know what, I probably died 20 times. I think I actually specifically said between 20 and 25 times. And I only died 21 times throughout this whole game. That is pretty dang good, especially compared to the 39 times I died with Mario, but that was for separate reasons. So, now, let me show you a different file. This is my original file that I haven't been on since July of 2013. I believe I originally played through this game back in 2010 when I first got it, and let's just say I died a good amount of times. So as Luigi, I died 9 times, and as Mario, I died 258 times. Oh my god. So yeah, you only get the death count once you actually get all 120 stars as both characters, which really sucks. They have to play that far just to see how many times you died in the game, but I'm perfectly content with only dying 21 times in this Let's Play. But, that's it. That is the end of Super Luigi Galaxy. It sucks that I almost called it Super Mario Galaxy, but that's because of these Marios here, and I believe the Miis I used on my Wii didn't transfer over when I put it onto the Wii U, so that's why all of these are Mario, whereas they used to be different characters. But yeah. This Let's Play is done. So, there's no next episode. I always say that at the end of a Let's Play. I don't know why. It's just like became a tradition or whatever. And I will see you in the next Let's Play. So this has been Juttle Plays saying see you later and goodbye.